What's up everyone, it's Millie. Welcome back to my channel where I post videos every Wednesday teaching you the latest strategies and trends on social media. So give a little love tap on that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest hacks that people aren't telling you. First, I want to say a huge thank you to this video's shoutouts. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. So if you want to get a shout out on my future videos, screenshot yourself watching this video and tag me on Instagram stories, or leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. As always, timestamps will be in the comments below because I know how valuable your time is and you already know why you're here. So let's get into it. If you're looking for a basic Instagram Reels tutorial, pause this video and go check out my first video in this series and then come back here. In this video, I'm taking some of the top asked questions from my Instagram Reels tutorial and answering them, as well as showing you some of the latest updates that Instagram has made to Reels. Now keep in mind, some of these features may not be available on everyone's accounts. Sometimes it's because you have a personal account, business account, creator account. I really don't know why. Instagram just seems to be very inconsistent with who has which features. So, sorry if you don't have some of these I'm showing you. Also, I can only speak to iPhone users. I do hope to get an Android soon so that I can provide value for both phone users, but at this time, I hope that my explanations are enough for Android users to find value in them. Now, let's dive into your questions from my Instagram Reels tutorial video. The first question that we're going to talk about is one that I may have misspoke on in my Reels tutorial, and that is, could you explain how to add the Reels back to your grid after you've already posted it? Now, I think in my video, I said that this is something that you could do, but I think I was wrong. Sorry, I was wrong. For example, as you can see right now in my feed, I have this reel right here. To remove this reel from my feed, I will go to the three dots and click remove from profile grid. Now, when I go back to my feed, that reel is not there anymore on my profile grid. You'll only see it in the Reels grid. Even with reels that were never in the feed, you can't go back and put them into your feed. You either choose it when you're uploading the video, like, hey, upload it to my Instagram feed, or just upload it to the Reels feed. You can't go back and put it in your feed after it's already posted. So that was my mistake. The next question is, somebody was asking why their video quality goes down anytime they upload a reel. So they created a video, it looks really, really great on their iPhone, they go to post it to Instagram Reels, and after it's uploaded, they look at the video and the quality is terrible. Has that happened to you? It's happening to some people, and this is why. When you're shooting or exporting your video, you might be shooting or exporting them at 4K or a higher quality than 1080p. Instagram Reels only accepts dimensions in 1080p. So if you're uploading a video that isn't 1080p, their compressor that they have within Instagram is a pretty low quality compressor. So you want to make sure that you're exporting and uploading 1080p to Instagram Reels. I would get into how you can make sure it's 1080p when you're exporting, but everybody's software is a little bit different. So whether that's iMovie, Adobe, InShot, iMovie on your phone versus iMovie on your laptop, it's going to be different for everybody, but know that when you go to export it, you should have the option to choose 1080p. Okay, another question is, can you tag people in your reel? Yes and no. So you could tag people in the caption of your reel, but when you go to a photo and you click and there's like somebody tagged within that photo, you can't do that with Reels. It's just in the caption of your Reels is where you can tag people. How to edit a draft? This is a really great question. I showed you guys where to find your drafts, but I forgot to tell you how to edit them when you go to your drafts. So I have a few videos in my drafts right now. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the video that you want to edit. This is where you'll be able to write the caption, all that fun stuff. But in the top right, you'll see the edit option. And this is where you can go back, add text, draw, GIFs, save, whatever it is. This is where you'll be editing your Reels. When you're done, just press the check mark on the bottom right, and then you can save it again as a draft or share it. So this is another great question, why business accounts aren't getting music options. So a lot of people have been saying, hey, the music option isn't available for me. How do I get it? What do I do? Now, the reason that Instagram has banned business accounts from having the music feature is mainly for the larger businesses that are using the business account. So for example, when you're thinking of Forever 21, if they were to create a reel and use somebody else's music, that is considered copyrighted because they don't have the permission to use that person's video, and it might be seen or perceived as an ad. So without the proper copyrights, businesses aren't able to use music within their reels. So when you think about it from that perspective, it makes sense. But there are a lot of smaller accounts or startup businesses that are using the business account account because they want to be able to have their products listed or all of the analytics that business accounts have. And that's great, but now you can't use music with your Reels. So there's a few workarounds behind this. If you're not dead set on keeping that business account, you can actually switch to a creator account and the music option should appear within a day or two. I tested this with one of my friends and it worked. So you can definitely switch from a business to a creator account and the music option will appear. If not, there's two other options. One is a hack that may or may not work for you depending on your account, like I said, and I'll show you the hack. This is not one that I made up. I found this on somebody else's Instagram, so I'll just share it with you guys because I think it's something you might find valuable.
Here's how to get the music feature on your Reels. There should be a little music feature right here, but if you don't have it, go ahead and click exactly where you think the music feature would be. Click. And there you go. It's actually been there the whole time. It's just been invisible.
That's a hack that seems to be working for some people. But ever since the Instagram update, there's actually a new feature that is now in place of that where people cannot click and get that music option. So this hack may or may not work for your business account. If it does not work for your business account, then the only other option would be to create your videos outside of the Instagram app, adding the audio and the music on another editing app, and then uploading that to Instagram. It is a lot of extra steps, but that is kind of your last option at this point. You can use apps like InShot where they already have music within their app, or you can use TikTok and just upload your TikToks with those audios to Instagram. That was a perfect transition to, if you do want to edit your videos in TikTok and upload them from TikTok to your Instagram Reels, how to get the TikTok logo off of your video. This hack will not work on videos that you've already made and already posted on TikTok, because no matter what, those videos that you save, they will save with the TikTok logo. But if you're going to be making new videos in TikTok, this is something that you can do. Some people just prefer the editing capabilities within TikTok, and that's okay. Let's show this. So I'm gonna click a sound that I would want on my Instagram reel. This seems to be a popular sound, so I'll just record my video. So I have my video recorded. Say I add my text, hello. So what you would think is to save your video from here or post and save to device, but it'll save with the TikTok logo. So what you want to do is you want to turn on your screen recording, and with your screen recording, you want to make sure that the audio is on. If this option is not on your display for your phone, you can turn it on in your settings. I'll put a link for how you could turn it on in your settings so that you guys could follow along, but every iPhone has that screen recording option. So with this here, I'm gonna click and hold, and at the bottom it says microphone off or microphone on. You want the microphone to be off because it'll record what's going on your phone as opposed to your mouth, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna screen record, and instead of going back to watch my video, I am going to click right here where my beautiful face is. Click that and it's gonna pull the video up, and that's what it's gonna screen record. So just turn my volume up. So then I'm gonna stop my screen recording and it'll be in my gallery. Let's go see it. So now I have the video with the audio on my phone without the TikTok logo. You could click edit in the top right. You could crop the video on the sides to really start at the beginning of your video. And then if you want to crop the edges or like the canvas of it, you could do that in a video editing software like InShot. I do have an InShot tutorial, so make sure you check that out. And that is how you create your videos on TikTok and save them without the TikTok logo. Next question. I've seen a lot of people commenting on Instagram Reels, hey, this is too fast, this information's too fast, you need to slow down your video, that's too much text, I can't read it. And the answer is you can pause the Reels. Now the problem is a lot of people think that you can't pause Reels because they're doing it the wrong way. There's two different ways to pause your Reels videos depending on how the Reel is shown to you on your phone. Let me show you the two ways. We are on Instagram. There are two ways that your Reels show up. Either you are looking at the Reel like this, where it is the full screen Reel, the full 9:16, I think. This is full screen. To pause these sort of videos, you tap on the screen. Magical. Or if you're scrolling through your Instagram feed, you might see a reel pop up that looks more like this is a cropped viewed reel. So when you tap on these sort of reels, it does not pause the video. It actually just mutes and unmutes the audio. So what you want to do to pause the video, in the bottom left, you see a little reel icon. Click on the reel icon. It'll open the full view, and then you can tap and pause the video. So all of that to say, next time you see a reel where the information is going too fast, you can pause the video. No need to comment saying, oh, this information's too fast, I wish I could read it. Let's spread some love. Let's take the little extra step to pause the video, and then you could get all the goodness that somebody is trying to share with you. Okay, Now we have gone to the point of this video where I'm just going to share with you a few of the updates that Instagram has made with Reels. One of the updates is now there is an option, instead of limiting to 15 seconds, you can now create 30-second Reels. When you're going to create a Reel, right here, there's a little dial with the 15. You could tap on it and it switches to 30 seconds. Another update is that you can now use other people's audio. This is a capability that TikTok has on their account, and a lot of users really like that feature. So Instagram has now implemented it in their latest update. You can use other people's audio. How to do this is you would go to the video, and at the bottom where you see the audio that they're using, it says this one's by Drake. So I'm going to click Drake, and it opens up this specific audio. It's going to show all of the videos that have used this audio, and at the bottom there's an option to use it. So I'll click use audio, and now I can record my video using that other person's audio. Now this update, it's only available on my other Instagram account, or like my personal account. When you're going to create a reel, in the audio option, there's now this thing that says saved. It's saved audio clips. Now when you're saving audio clips, basically if you're scrolling through other people's reels and you really like their audio and you want to use it on a future video, you could save their audio. So if I like the audio and I want to use it in a future video, don't have to think about it, I could click on the bottom where the audio is scrolling, and right here there's a save button, and now that audio is saved to where when I go to create my reel, I click audio, saved, it's now in my saved folder, which is really cool. I wish that was on my other Instagram account, but it's not. It's only on that one. That is basically it for all of the updates that we have seen on Instagram Reels lately. Also, if you've made it this far, kudos to you. Good job. That must mean you found this video somewhat helpful or useful, and you would definitely like the next few videos that I have planned for this Reels series. So I'm doing how I create and batch and record my Reels. I'm also doing a video on how to use Reels to grow on Instagram. With Instagram Reels, I've been able to grow my account by 5,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm showing you guys how I was able to do that. And anytime Instagram does have a huge change to Reels, you can count on me for posting those updates here on this channel. So make sure you are subscribed and you have that bell notification turned on so you don't miss a video. If you have any questions that I have not answered in this video or my first video, make sure you comment them down below. That way when I'm planning more videos in this series, I can make sure to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.